Hello friends, I am Dr. Deepak Garg and today we will discuss about anterolateral approach to elbow. This approach is mainly used for open reduction internal fixation of fracture capitulum. We can use this approach for the exposure of the proximal radius for radial head excision or for excision of the proximal radius tumors. We can use this for elbow debridement. We can use this for posterior interosseous nerve or superficial radial nerve decompression or release. We can use this for treatment of biceps avulsion from the radial tuberosity, or we can use this approach for total elbow replacement surgeries. So in this approach, if we talk about the position, we keep the patient in supine position with arm on the arm board with arm abducted by 90 degrees, and we can use a tourniquet in this approach. So once we have given the position, after the painting draping, we will mark the surgical landmarks. We will first mark the brachioradialis muscle. Brachioradialis muscle forms the medial part of the mobile vad of Henry. We will first palpate or feel the mobile vad of Henry, and we will mark the medial part of mobile vad, and then we will feel for the taut tendon in the center of the elbow, that is the biceps tendon, and then we will mark the biceps tendon. So if we talk about the skin incision, then we will mark the skin incision. We will start from 5 centimeter above the flexion crease over the lateral border of the biceps muscle, and then curve the incision laterally at the level of the elbow, and curve medially follow the border of the brachioradialis. So this is a skin incision. Then we will take the skin incision, and once we take the skin incision, we can have the lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm. We will have to prevent the lateral cutaneous nerve of the forearm. It lies superficial to the deep fascia at this level, and the superficial branch of the radial nerve lie deep to the deep fascia. So we will have only the lateral cutaneous nerve of forearm. We should be able to preserve this nerve at this level. So then we cut the deep fascia in line with the skin incision. We go along the brachioradialis muscle. So once we cut the deep fascia, we have this anatomy. We can see here, we can identify the three muscles: biceps, brachialis and brachioradialis. And we know that the musculocutaneous nerve lies between the biceps and the brachialis, so that this nerve will not come in our way in this approach. But we know that the brachialis and the brachioradialis, the plane between the brachialis and brachioradialis, radial nerve lies in this plane. So our first approach will be to identify the radial nerve between brachialis and brachioradialis. Once we identify the radial nerve, we will with our finger we will try to separate the two muscles, brachialis and brachioradialis, and we will separate the radial nerve at this level, and we will preserve the radial nerve. And then we will start retracting the muscles. We will retract the brachialis muscle along with the biceps and musculocutaneous on the medial side, and we will retract the brachioradialis muscle on the lateral side. So after the retraction, we have this exposure. We will start follow the radial nerve distally. We continue going down the elbow joint and till the level the radial nerve divide into three terminal branches. One is a posterior interosseous nerve that will enter the supinator muscle. Another is the muscular branches, and the another terminal branch is a superficial radial nerve that will be at the level of the elbow. So we identify these three nerves, and then once we identify the nerves, then we make a plane between the pronator teres and the brachioradialis muscle. Once we make the plane, we will expose the radial artery, and there will be multiple recurrent branches of the radial artery going into the brachialis and the brachioradialis. So we have to ligate those recurrent branches of the radial artery so that we will be able to retract the radial artery. So once we ligate the branches, we will then retract the radial artery on the medial side, and the other structures like superficial radial nerve, brachioradialis on the lateral side, and pronator teres and artery on the medial side. So after this, we will be able to expose the elbow joint capsule. Then we will mark a longitudinal incision on the anterior capsule of the joint, and then we will take the incision, and then we will expose the elbow joint, and we expose the capitulum at this level. Now if we want to do the open reduction internal fixation of the capitulum, this is the step, this is the exposure. Now if we want to expose further for the proximal radius, Then we identify the origin of the supinator muscle. Once we identify the supinator muscle origin, we release the supinator muscle origin, and once we release the supinator muscle, then we will go subperiosteal, and then we will expose the proximal end of the radius, and this is the for the excision of the tumor or proximal radial resection. Then if we want to do repair of the biceps tendon, then we identify the insertion of the biceps at this level at radial tuberosity, and then we can do procedures for the biceps insertion at the radial tuberosity. So this was about the anterolateral approach to elbow. For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.